What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Arrival Entertainment, and today we're going to be continuing my Jurassic Park reviews leading up to Jurassic World Dominion with Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001. It stars Sam Neill, William H. Macy, and T.A. Leone, and is directed this time by Joe Johnston. And in this film, a wealthy couple asks Alan Grant and a friend of Alan Grant's if they can be their guide because they want to explore Isla Sorna for their wedding anniversary. But when their plane crash lands on Isla Sorna, they admit that they are not a wealthy couple, and the reason they wanted to go to Isla Sorna in the first place was not because of a wedding anniversary, it was because their son went missing on the island in the beginning of the movie. So I wanted to get this video up earlier, but this weekend was pretty busy for me, and I've actually been sick the past couple of days. I don't know if you could tell by my voice. My throat is a little scratchy, and I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. But I gotta get these videos done. I have 3 more to do, so I'm gonna do this video today, Jurassic World tomorrow, and then the day after that, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, a re-review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Saturday will be my Jurassic World Dominion review. So I'm gonna power through these even though I feel like crap. Let's talk about Jurassic Park 3. If you don't remember, in my review for the first Jurassic Park movie, I mentioned how I got into this franchise, and it mainly got started with Jurassic Park 3 because the film came out in 2001. I was like 6 years old when the movie came out. My dad would always watch it on TV, so I would watch it with him. So Jurassic Park 3, it's interesting for me because it's my most nostalgic Jurassic Park movie. Normally people would say the first Jurassic Park movie is, but weirdly enough for me, my most nostalgic one is Jurassic Park 3. So I've always enjoyed Jurassic Park 3 as a kid, and I still enjoy it now as an adult, despite the fact that now that I'm older, I've caught on to a lot of the issues that a lot of people have expressed for this movie over the past decade or so. 2 decades now, holy shit. So just like always, let's start off with what I enjoy about the movie first. I've always loved Sam Neill as Alan Grant. I don't know why Alan Grant as a character resonated with me so much as a kid, and even as an adult, I still love this character so much. I love Sam Neill's portrayal as the character. I don't know why this character just stuck with me all these years, why I loved him so much as a kid, but he is just such a bright spot in this movie. It's so great seeing him back in this movie. He was very missed in The Lost World. Even Sam Neill has expressed that he felt kind of left out when they were doing The Lost World, but he understood that that story didn't need his character. So I do really like that they brought his character back for this film. I think that all the dinosaur sequences still hold up pretty well. Of course, Stan Winston came back to do all the dino stuff, so there was a good mix of practical animatronics and CGI dinosaurs, and I think for 21 years later, they still hold up pretty well for the most part. And it leads to some good action sequences. This movie does have a lot of good sequences that are very entertaining to watch. However, that's where the issues start to come in with this film. This movie is 90 minutes long, something like that. It's about an hour and a half long, so it's the shortest Jurassic Park movie. And the movie is just basically running away from dinosaurs. It's a straight up thriller, which is something that the first 2 Jurassic Park movies weren't. The first 2 movies were thrillers, of course, but there was social commentary on man versus nature. There were better likable characters in the first 2 movies. Jurassic Park 3 is just basically run away from dinosaurs, which I can very much understand a lot of people having issues with that, especially with how the first 2 films went. And I completely understand if that's not your cup of tea. If you want more substance in a Jurassic Park movie, I completely understand that. I mean, the first film in particular had a lot of substance in between the awesome dinosaur stuff. And even The Lost World did. Despite on what people think about The Lost World, there is a good amount of substance in there on top of the cool dinosaur action. This movie, not so much. Like I said, it's mainly run away from dinosaurs, characters talk for a little bit, run away from dinosaurs, characters talk for a little bit, there's some drama here and there, run away from dinosaurs again, and it just goes on like that for 90 minutes straight. Now, normally that would be completely fine with people if the other characters were just as likable as Alan Grant. Unfortunately, the other characters surrounding Alan Grant aren't really likable. Well, okay, not likable. They're poorly written, I guess is what I'm trying to say. William H. Macy is just here to be the comic relief. T.A. Leone is just there to scream and flail around when shit happens. Billy is kind of bland and underdeveloped. The only character that reaches that likability factor closest to Alan Grant is Billy, the kid that they're searching for. Once we do meet him, he is a likable character. He's not annoying. He's not a typical kid actor where you just see him and you just roll your eyes and, oh, this kid's gonna drag the movie down. No, he was actually a bright spot in the movie. Once you meet him, you do like his character a bit. However, he does have some moments where his performance is pretty bland, and he does have some cringe-worthy dialogue that I mainly blame in the writing. All the stuff with the characters that I'm mentioning, I mainly blame in the writing and the directing, because these are all actors who have done great things before, especially William H. Macy and Téa Leoni. And that probably has to do with the fact that there was a lot of behind-the-scenes issues. I mean, I think they started filming the movie before the script was even finished, which is never a good sign. So once you learn that, you kind of understand why the film ends up the way it is, why there isn't so much substance in the movie, and why it's more just of a popcorn thriller, which, again, that's fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea, however, but once you learn that there were behind-the-scenes issues, it kind of checks out. It's like, okay, now I understand why this happened, now I understand why that's not as good as that movie, or all that stuff. And I think it's a shame because Joe Johnston really wanted to do a Jurassic Park movie. He called up Steven Spielberg asking if he could do The Lost World, but Steven Spielberg wanted to do The Lost World himself, so he told Joe Johnston that if we make a third movie, you're the first person we're gonna call, and he signed on for it. And unfortunately, the movie just doesn't hold up to the first two. And I don't blame him. The direction of the movie, I think, is good overall. I mainly blame the rushed production, I guess. They really needed to lock down the script and get better characters together, and then I feel like the movie would have been at least on par with The Lost World, in my opinion. Also, the ending of this movie is incredibly rushed. It is so rushed, it feels like the movie was supposed to go on for another 20 minutes or so. But once the characters are rescued, it's just kind of like, okay, that's it, they're rescued, let's roll the credits now, and it's like, why? Your movie's only an hour and a half long. You could have fit in a more satisfying ending, because the way the movie ends, it just feels empty. Like I said before, it feels like 15-20 minutes should have been added to it, but they didn't for whatever reason. So I know I talked more about what didn't work in Jurassic Park 3, but I do have to admit, I do enjoy watching the movie all these years later. All the action stuff, the thriller aspect of it, it still gets me nostalgic. I still really enjoy watching it. Despite the fact that the movie does have its problems, I think Jurassic Park 3 is still a fun movie to watch. We do have a likable character in Alan Grant. The other characters, while not as good as Alan Grant, they're not terrible. Like, they're not insufferable to get through. They're just not written as strong as Alan Grant, or as characters should be written very well. The action in the movie is a ton of fun. The movie looks really good too. I watched some of the behind the scenes stuff, and they mentioned that there was a large portion of the filming where it was all done in a set. And I have to admit, I kind of agree with the actors. You can't really tell which section of the movie looks like a set and which section looks like they filmed on location. They did a good job blending all that together. It's more of a mixed bag for me as an adult, but I still really enjoy Jurassic Park 3, despite some of its issues and dumb moments. I still have a lot of fun with the movie whenever I get a chance to watch it. However, again, I have to reiterate, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so I would say check out Jurassic Park 3 at the Redbox. Even though it's not at the Redbox, then check it out on a streaming service, or maybe borrow the DVD or Blu-ray from someone. There's tons of ways to check out the movie now. Also, I want to quickly mention a small little nitpick that I don't really see anyone mentioning with Jurassic Park 3. I don't know why they changed the Blu-ray cover and the new 4K cover for the Jurassic Park logo. Here's the theatrical poster for Jurassic Park 3. The main dinosaur in the middle is a Spinosaurus, obviously. That's the main dinosaur in the movie. And now here's the Blu-ray cover for Jurassic Park 3. I don't know why they changed it to a T-Rex. I guess to make it fit with the other Jurassic Park movies and now the Jurassic World movies, but considering the fact that the T-Rex is only in the movie for like 20 seconds, that's kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. And it's not that it's just for this Blu-ray release, it's for the new 4K release, and now whenever you see a Jurassic Park 3 logo on any of the new releases, it's the T-Rex. So it's a small little nitpick, but I don't know why they changed it. It feels very out of place to me. But anyway, guys, that is my review for Jurassic Park 3. Just like always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the movie down in the comment section as well. And just like always, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to have my review for Jurassic World, and then Thursday is going to be my review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, a re-review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Saturday is going to be my Jurassic Park Dominion review. I'm very excited to check out Jurassic World Dominion, and I'm still having fun doing these Jurassic Park reviews, even though my voice is not letting me do these reviews. Anyway, guys, just like always, thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.